I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. True. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out, might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than imagine. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They should take it to 10. Hey.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest, though.
Coach, a terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ready! Ready! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Check, check! Gun! Fresno! Hey! Express! Express!
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You better bring it.
To throw is Newton. He completes this to Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll run on first down. Lindsay, and a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here I come! Here I come!
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
20. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
On first down, it's Lindsay. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. Check. 8. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. This is the tight end Fant. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That's it. Check, what you got, G? Left coming. Look out for number 30. Rip left. Switch. Here we go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Both ready. Black, 25, behind. Green, triple C. Give me that ball.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Winston. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Ready. Blue waiting. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Green, triple C.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Winston. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Henderson going to run for it. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Double tight. 3 down. Follow. Check 9. He's crashing.
Here's Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got his man, Boyd.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready. Black 25. Squeeze, double. Watch tight end. Hey. Wait. 3 down.
They'll throw again. Winston. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. 180. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check 52. Great. SOS.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Out of the gun, Newton. Left side here, that's the tight end, Fant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually use their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. Play action now. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. On 3rd down, Winston. He finds his target, Fuller. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Winston now. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 3rd and long for Winston. It's complete to Fuller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Check. Check. Hot. Check. Here we go.
4th down, Winston. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Great.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
At their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 9, Newton flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Undercrush. 8. Express.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Show it.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing, Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It got his man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. He finds his running back, Mixon.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To the air again with Winston. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. 1st down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
1st down, Bengals.
Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He's got Fuller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jameis to throw it. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To throw is Winston. Escaping, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Newton. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Newton. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Here we go.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
20.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackled by Jordan Willis. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Check 3. Check 3. 57, Mike 57.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41.
52, Mike 52. I got you. I got you.
Play action. It's Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Watch the edge.
Great.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Gun. Sponge. No. 52.
Throwing again. Newton. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's got room. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Rush in.
Great.
Now Newton. He'll find Lindsey here. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey taking it in, and the Broncos get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on, now.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The toss play to Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
At the 36-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Tight end's right.
Winston here to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Winston. He'll let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Shift. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Bengals, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.